right in the vicinity of the hotel that we've acquired. So it's actually a really fun property that I'm really excited to get the ball rolling on here.
I don't care if I get accused of being a shameless shill, because I'm not. Your staff, yourself included, your general manager, John, I'm telling you, James, you guys get it. You get it. You get the people. You get to know people by their name. I don't know how you guys – I mean, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Well, yeah, I can because I ate at your place. But anyways, there's a philosophy there with the library collections. Seriously, tell me about that.
Listen, Marty, you know what it is? We all enjoy what we do. That's the very base of it. Obviously, there's more to it, right? But the fact that we wake up from work and we don't feel stressed, and we wake up and we have a smile on our face and we're not worried about where we're going to work. We know that we're going to go have a good day. We're working with our buddies, and all of us in the Library Hotel Collection, we want to give service. That's it. We love service. We love the industry. We're not in it for the money. We're not in it for the commission, this and that. No, we like helping people. We want to make people have a good time. We enjoy a conversation. And that's really part of it. The Library Hotel Collection, their slogan, and the owner, Henry Callan, and this is very true, it's the world's friendliest hotelier. And that's what we strive to achieve every day. So at all of our properties, we have in New York, Casablanca, the Library Hotel, the Hotel Giraffe, and now the Washington Square Hotel. And we have a property in Budapest called the Aria as well. So it's a small company. That's us, but we keep it small so this way we can focus on all those little things and be able to execute them.
Well, we were talking to Synergy Global down in Puerto Rico and Florida today, and our good friend Ray Cintron and his wife Victoria are coming up for the Open. We're going to have some good people from Rhode Island coming in, and guess where we're all going to be staying, babe? We're going to be staying either at the new place that you acquired or, Casablanca works. Here's what I love, and I want to say this real quick.
Tried and true.
Yeah, here's the thing, too. The reason why I love Casablanca, and last night was wonderful, but let me tell you something. The staff, the history of the building, and the second floor. I mean, 24/7 coffee. I've been there in the middle of the night, and it's just phenomenal. If you're stressed out and you got a million things going on, you can just step back. You do. It's like you step out of New York City into basically it's like someone's study area, although it's vast. It's big, and there's tables and corner little tables. It's wonderful. It really and truly is. Listen, you always have a home here, brother, and we're going to be at Tony's doing some live shows during the U.S. Open and Ryder Cup, so that ought to be interesting. Great. And thank you so much, and let's effort to do this more often, and let's take in the ball game. Last year was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love it, man. Thank you so much for having me on, Marty. I really appreciate it, and let's go Mets.
All right, let's hope you're right. The New York Mets. Let's go Mets, indeed. Thank you, James Riley. Outstanding guy. He really and truly is. He's wonderful. All right, did you see this note today? I don't know. We're up against the break, so I gotta pay attention because Dom runs a tight ship. But boxers are now going to be, or boxing is going to require sex testing. This is the modern era. The governing body for Olympic-style boxing will require sex testing for all fighters wishing to compete in the women's division at the World Championships next month. I will just stay on the sidelines there, but I'm sure people have opinions out there. We're going to come back, tell you a story about an athlete, a woman, who did something that I don't think today's modern athlete would do. She's retired, but wait till you hear this story. Coming back on Sports Overnight America, I'm Marty Terrell.
My fellow Americans, let the message ring out that from this day forward, when you buy American, you buy the best. Handcrafted, something premium, something pure. For this is the very essence of what our servicemen and women gave their lives to protect, and by God, we shall not allow their sacrifice to be forgotten. It's time to show the world just how great American can be. And we will not wait for tomorrow to come. We will stand here, this moment, together, and we will start today. Celebrate responsibly.
Every champion has a team behind them, and for thousands of families without insurance, Christ Clinic is that team. At Christ Clinic in Katy, Texas, they provide high-quality, faith-based health care to people who can't afford it, because everyone deserves a shot at health, no matter their income or insurance status. Their doctors, volunteers, their mission, rooted in compassion, their impact, over 10,000 patient visits every year and growing. But they can't do it without help from fans like you. If you ever cheered for a comeback story, this is your chance to be a part of one. Donate today at ChristClinicKaty.org and help them keep the doors open for those who need it most. One gift can be the difference between surviving and thriving. Christ Clinic in Katy, where health meets hope and faith goes to work. That's Christ Clinic Katy, spelled Katy.org. Team up with them today.
Hello, Americans. It's Uncle Sam here. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS or state, don't worry. I've got important news that may help you negotiate a lower tax bill. In today's economy, the IRS has released a variety of new rules and is offering more flexible terms to help Americans looking to settle their IRS debt. If you apply today, we may be able to lift your wage garnishments and release a freeze on your bank assets or business. Our team of tax professionals can resolve your case and stop collection actions against you. Even if you've been audited or haven't filed a return in years, they can help. Call right now and find out if you qualify to settle your IRS debt for far less than what you owe. Pick up your phone right now and call us for a free $500 IRS tax review. Don't wait. Here's the number.
Call right now. 800-943-9215. 800-943-9215. 800.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh. Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh.
The 2025 high school football season is on the air here on Sports Radio 1240 and the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio 2. It is the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard from Campbell Memorial Stadium and John Knappich Field. And Dave Clark, you got the short trip, almost a home game for you today.
Yeah, absolutely. It was my turn this time, and I'm happy to be here, and what a night for high school football.
We could not ask for a more beautiful night tonight here in Campbell. Both teams out on the field going through their pregame warm-ups. This is the first time these teams have met since 2023 when Liberty defeated Campbell 67-21. This is the Youngstown Patricians game of the week. We are going to take our first time out. When we come back, we'll go inside the Cleveland Cobras Coach's Corner, and we'll hear from first-year Liberty head coach Don Perlogo. That's up next on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Pregame show continues, joined by the first-year head coach of the Liberty Leopards, Don Perlogo. And Coach, how has everything gone leading up to tonight's matchup with the Campbell Red Devils so far this spring and summer?
Everything's been good. We've got a great buy-in from the kids. The kids have taken ownership of our program like we've hoped, and practice has been pretty darn good.
What have you learned about your team from the time you took it over to now getting ready to play your first game of the regular season?
Well, the most important thing is we've seen that they have a hunger to win. They're eager to be coached. All the things that have been missing from their careers, they've been eager to be coached by somebody. They're hungry to win, and so practice has been pretty darn good. Our off-season weight training program was pretty darn good. For a first year, completely changing a culture, there was a lot of concern about how this was going to go, and it's really gone better than I could have expected.
When you look at your numbers, they seem to be pretty good as well compared to some other programs across the valley. How may have numbers on the decline?
Yeah, our numbers aren't great, to be quite honest with you. Our numbers were really good going into June. Again, it's a major culture change that was going on here. And, culture doesn't change overnight. So there's certain kids that didn't want to buy into what we were doing. And, this program is now about accountability and discipline. And the guys that didn't want to buy into that are no longer with the program. So we've lost a few kids through June and July. But, sometimes that's better than having kids that don't want to buy into your program here. So the kids that we have, we're excited about it. We have plenty of kids to do what we want to do. Our practices, we've got plenty of kids to get through that. So, it's only going to get better from here. This is the first year of this culture change. So, obviously the numbers will go up going forward, but right now our numbers are where they are.
Coach, you only had one scrimmage against Hubbard last Thursday at home, and you finished that strong, scoring late in that scrimmage to take the lead against the Eagles. Overall, how do you think that went?
The biggest part of that was, A, we wanted to see were our kids going to compete. B, were we going to be physical? And I felt like we were physical in the scrimmage. And B, we obviously competed. And the thing that I've been preaching, and the biggest concern I had all summer with our kids was, were they going to revert back to the old ways here? And that's when things don't go well, kind of put your head down and quit and kind of point fingers. And there was none of that. Hubbard went up 7-0. Our kids are believing in what we're doing, obviously, and just hearing the comments they were making on the field, it sounded like our coaching staff was out on the field with them. And so we stayed together, we battled together, and that's what was the most encouraging part. Not even the final score, just the way our kids continued to battle and they stayed together. That was the most encouraging part. And then obviously for me, we want to be that team that imposes their will all the time, and us being physical on Thursday night was important, and we were.
Finally, Coach, tonight you kick off the regular season when you take on the Campbell Red Devils on the road. Tell us about preparing for them and what it's going to take to start the season 1-0.
I'm a big believer in the 37 years or so I've been doing this as an assistant under some great head coaches, and and being a head coach myself before, I'm a big believer that no matter who you're playing, it's always about us. And so that's going to be our focus this week is working on the things that we did not do well last week at our scrimmage, making sure we're getting better at what we want to do, and making sure that we stay healthy. And if we do those things, then we'll go play the game and see what happens. But to be 1-0, obviously you've got to be able to be fundamentally sound. You can't turn the ball over. Turnovers are huge in the early part of the season. We've got to, again, stay together if there's negative plays. And I talk to the kids all the time about 10 to 15 negative plays in a game, whether it's a big gain or a turnover or anything, a negative play happening in the game. How are we going to react to that? Those are the things that we have to make sure we stay positive with, and we don't we have the turnover margin positive in our favor. Those are the things that are really important.
Coach, your time is appreciated. Best of luck tonight against Campbell, and thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you guys doing the game. Thank you very much.
We'll have more of the pregame show up next.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Pregame show continues, joined by the first-year head coach of the Campbell Red Devils, David Porchin. Coach, first off, congratulations. What it's been like to go through everything as a head coach for the first time leading up to tonight's season opener?
It's been good. It's been smooth, and, it's helped that, my family's helped out, the Campbell community, my coaches, everyone's helped out. So it's been actually a really good experience.
What have you learned about your squad, say from, summer lifting, now in through practice, through 2-a-days, scrimmages, and getting ready for tonight's game that you may not have known when you first took over?
That they're determined, and they want success. They don't want people to keep labeling them. Campbell hasn't won in a while. They want success, and they're determined.
And when you look at that, Coach, how have the scrimmages gone? What have you seen from your team, positive or negatively, that you're working on getting ready to get this season rolling?
I've seen that we're competitive, and I feel like if you can just be competitive in, every game, every aspect of life, you'll find some success, and you'll be successful just because of your ability to compete in any and every situation.
Now, I also read you made some changes to your offense from last year, and you had a battle at the quarterback position. Has that been determined who's going to take charge at that key spot?
Yes, right now we have Nash Thomas is actually going to be our starting quarterback for our Week 1 matchup.
And what have you seen from him that has guided you and the staff to decide he was the person to lead your offense?
He's a kid. He's a senior. Really wasn't getting the shine and really didn't play quarterback. I don't think he probably touched the field at all last year. Quarterback on varsity, maybe here or there, maybe a couple plays, but for the most part, he came into camp hungry. He's competed. He's humble. He knows the playbook. You're able to talk to him. Level-headed kid. So I think that just over the last, couple weeks, he's shown that leadership, determination, and that, willingness to step in whenever things aren't going how they're supposed to. He wants to step in and step up. So he's shown that over the last couple weeks.
Coach, tonight you start the season off just a few games on the Thursday night schedule. Tell us about hosting Liberty and preparing for the Leopards.
We're excited to host, just because it's nice when you're a first-year head coach to get your first game at home in front of a crowd that's going to support you, in front of a community that's going to support you, family, friends, and everything like that. And then to be at home with, we're rocking some new uniforms this year. The kids are excited. The community is excited. So I think it means a lot just to have that first game as a head coach be at home in front of, your home crowd.
And Coach, this game is receiving quite a bit of media attention, whether it be radio, streaming, or television. How do you keep your student athletes focused on the task at hand in beating Liberty, knowing this game is getting a lot of exposure?
Just telling them to stay humble. We really don't even. I've told them that we're going to be on TV. They know that, and besides that, they haven't asked about it again. They have talked about it. They're very focused in on beating Liberty. I think that's number one priority. Whether it's, you said, like the media, they're not even worried about that right now. They're more worried about just going out there and competing with Liberty and getting a W for Week 1.
Finally, Coach, is there one thing you feel like if you accomplish this one thing, you've got a good shot of defending home field and starting the year 1-0?
If we stop the run, I think if we stop the run for Liberty, I think we'll secure a win. But that's number one priority is stopping the run with Liberty, and I think that'll get us home.
Coach, appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and best of luck tonight against the Leopards.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good day.
We'll take a time out. We'll come back. We'll have more of the pregame show up next.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back to John Knappich Field here at Campbell Memorial Stadium. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and the iMedia 1 Network. It is a sunny, beautiful day with a temperature in the low 70s. And Dave, year 6 with the three of us together is about to get underway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where those years went, but they went quickly.
And I'm just ready to get this season going. You can feel the atmosphere.
You know, it is a beautiful night.
Yes.
We've got these beautiful new uniforms that Coach Porch told us about. If you're a Buckeyes fan, just picture the black and scarlet jerseys the Buckeyes wear as alternates, and those are just about the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It sure is. And it looks just like them.
Liberty across the way. They are in almost all white with the maroon and gold numbers with the maroon helmets. The Red Devils, black pants, black jerseys, red numbers trimmed in white. 2 numbers, very easy to read. And we are about to get another high school football season underway. And the Youngstown Patricians semi-pro football team is looking for post-high school and college talent to join their roster. If you are looking for more information, check out Youngstown Patricians on Facebook or call John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. And we thank the Patricians for being on board with us as the presenting sponsor for high school football here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, and of course Western Reserve Radio 1 and AM 600 WRQX. Jim Craven and the coach Bob Gessler, they begin their season tomorrow night at Riley Stadium in Salem for Poland and Salem, and a lot of people thinking those Bulldogs are going to be very good this year.
Yeah, they're talking about them a lot. You hear a lot of chatter in the Valley in regards to them, and they are loaded for this season.
So we are just a few minutes away. You look at this matchup. They have not played since 2023, where Liberty beat Campbell 67-21. Liberty 5-6 last year, losing in the first round of the playoffs. Campbell got off to a good start, but finished 3-7 in 2024. So we've got a first-year head coach at Liberty, not his first year as a head coach, but first year at Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Porch in his first year overall as a head coach.
Oh, yeah, something different. I tell you, I'm sure he got the butterflies just as much as the players right now. It's something to take over a team. And now, you know, when you're assistant coach, you got to, or a position coach is a lot different. Now you got the whole shebang, and you got to be ready.
Tonight's season kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard or online at villagetavern3.com. Liberty won the toss. They have elected to defer. So Campbell will get their hands on the football first. It'll be Haleman Garcia, the senior, to kick things off. And on a beautiful Thursday night, the first of 3 this weekend here with the iMedia One Cumulus Sports Youngstown partnership. We'll be with you tomorrow night from Mollenkoff Stadium for Canton McKinley and Warren Harding. It gets the blood flowing when you just say those two teams.
Yeah. We always get a lot of action in those games. We did them before, and we know that they definitely come out to play each other.
We got a house full back at the iMedia One studios in Struthers. Dave Ferris. We've got Matt Marr, Jim Craven, all back there helping put this game on the air for us tonight. So, in fantastic hands, as always. Thank you to Ben Schlegel, Chief Engineer for Cumulus Youngstown, who has also been part of putting all this partnership together for another season of high school football.
Yeah.
And for us this year, excuse me, our largest regular season schedule we've ever done. We've got a 12-game schedule this year.
Yeah, something is different. And I think, 2 Thursday nights?
2 Thursday nights,
yeah. Something is different, for
We
sure.
will have Cardinal Mooney and Warren Harding coming up late in the season. So it looks like DeAndre Brown is back deep to return this kickoff, brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. And you can hear the crowd down below us. Good crowd starting to file in. Hopefully the sun will start setting soon, as we've got a tough sun side of the field here at Campbell.
I'm telling you. That will blind you for sure. But it is beautiful.
Ball is teed up at the 40-yard line. This is the alternating color turf here at Campbell. Garcia gets his foot into this one. It's going to be fielded right at the 10. Going to bring it up across the field with the 15. Cuts back to the 20 and down near the 23-yard line. That's DeAndre Brown on the return for the Red Devils that will start off going left to right here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and then not bad. Too bad he didn't cut back a little earlier and get up inside that seam, and I think he might have had a little bit more yardage.
You'll remember Demetrius Lambert Jr. was the quarterback last year. You heard Coach say he has moved to wide receiver. The offense is in the hands of first-year starter Nash Thomas. Red Devils, Thomas going to start under center. I formation. Fullback goes in motion. They're going to pitch it to the deep back. Try to turn the corner. They'll get across the 20 and out maybe near the original line of scrimmage. Might have got 1 yard. It's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, definitely. The defense reacted real well on the outside on the perimeter there and came up really nice to make a play on the defensive side of the ball.
There is a lot of speed on both sides of the field. I had a chance to see Liberty last Thursday against Hubbard, and if they get to the edge, they've got speed. Of course, so do the Red Devils.
Yeah, and I've seen them also, Campbell against Hubbard, and the same team there. But that speed is something that we'll see tonight.
Going to put 2 receivers to the left, now 2 to the right side. Nash Thomas going to work out of the pistol with Brown, the tailback. High snap over Thomas's head, rolls back inside the 10 to the 5. The Leopards pick it up, and they will score. It's coming up with that loose football. Let's get you a number. That is Davian Perry, number 55, who recovered the bad snap and took it home for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, the ball was way over his head. He couldn't get his footing to get to it.
So with 11:06 to go here in the first quarter, Davian Perry picks up the fumble. He runs that back 20 yards for the touchdown.
Yes. Really a bad snap. I mean, super high.
Kenneth Addison. Excuse me, check that. That is Hillman Garcia, who will attempt the extra point for the Liberty Leopards. Snap on its way. Garcia's extra point is up, and it is true. 11:06 to play in the opening quarter. Liberty strikes first on a fumble recovery for touchdown. They lead Campbell 7-0 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure. We
now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Right back here as we greet you from John Knappich Field here in Campbell, home of the Red Devils. Tough start on a difficult snap for the first-year starter Nash Thomas to handle.
Yeah, I mean, that ball was at least 7 to 8 feet high. I mean, it was so high and over his head, and then he couldn't gain his footing to get back and get on that football. So not the way you want to start a football game, but it's early. You can regroup from this and still do your game plan to what you have set.
Big credit to Davion Perry, the big sophomore, 6'2", 300 pounds. He didn't just fall on that loose football, Dave. It was a scoop and score for the big guy.
Yeah, he looked right for that end zone quickly. And it was a scoop and score for the big guy.
So now Campbell going to get the football for the second time here in this opening quarter. 11:06 to play in this first quarter. And, you know, one of the things we like to do traditionally is when we haven't been to a stadium for a while, we like to scope out the concession stand.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, 5 stars from Campbell here is the pulled pork nachos that I had were so big.
Yeah,
I couldn't even finish them.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I couldn't believe that.
Pizza, just all kind, barbecue, you name it. A great concession stand. Come out and support them when you come to Campbell. Garcia got to get his foot into this one again. End over end, back at the 10. Comes wide outside across the 15-yard line to the 20. Spins off a tackle, 25. Bounce outside 30 and down near the 32-yard line. That's DeAndre Brown, the junior, on the return, and the Red Devils have good field position.
Yeah, there he is. He got up in that crease a little bit quicker. You just got to get up in there, and once you do, you got a chance to break something.
You are listening to Sports Radio 1240 WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2. Just past the top of the hour here on the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. Nash Thomas breaks the huddle. He'll come to the line of scrimmage. Thomas going to put trips to the short side to the right. Single receiver on the hash mark to the left side. One back in the backfield. That is DeAndre Brown. Going to give it to the tailback. Check that. That's Roberto Ramirez getting his first carry. And Ramirez is out to the 36-yard line on a first down carry. So give him about 3 yards, and it's second down and a long 7.
Yeah, that's something near that. Not bad blocking on the offensive line at time to open up that hole. He gets past that second level, and he has a good opportunity to take it a lot further.
Thomas breaks the huddle for the Red Devils again, trips to the right side. Single receiver now outside the hash marks to the left. Thomas, the quarterback, looks to throw, set up the tunnel screen. Now he'll turn, break to the other way. He's going to be hit, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Coming up there for that Liberty Leopard defense, that's Aaron Barclay, the freshman, in the backfield for his first sack.
Yeah, sometimes on those plays there, you just get rid of the football. Just throw it down at the player's feet. And that one was read immediately by the defense, and he had no one open.
That's going to be a loss of about 7 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 14, 9.5 minutes to play. Opening quarter. It is Liberty 7 and Campbell Memorial 0. Red Devils again, twins, Treasy trips to the right. Thomas going to roll that way. Goes underneath. High pass dislodged and knocked incomplete. And that is the big corner for Liberty. Xavier McDonald, 6'4", 180, and a junior. And I was impressed by his closing speed when they scrimmaged Hubbard last week.
Yeah. I mean, right there, he read that, came up just like you should, and separate. That's what you want to do. You want to separate the ball from the carrier, and he did that.
Big 4th down coming up. See who's going to punt the football. They list Ricky Fleeton, number 6, as the punter. Wait for the punter to turn towards us so we can get that number. That might be Thomas punting the football.
Yeah, it actually looks like it. It could be him.
Campbell, one man down. They'll trot a player onto the field on 4th and 14. Snap back to him, gets the quick kick away. And Liberty's going to let this roll, and it takes a Red Devil bounce to about the 43-yard line, and Liberty will have their hands on the ball for the first time here tonight with 9:09 to play in this first quarter and holding a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, I look at it there. They got to regroup as far as Campbell on offense to get something going, but that's what you those growing pains. You know, you got a guy that's first year really starting at the quarterback position, and it's a lot of things that he's got to learn. So let's see how they play on defense here.
Tyson Lawrence Watson is the quarterback, threw for 310 yards last year, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for the Leopards. DeJuan Moody saw a lot of time at quarterback. It will come out of an I formation, 2 receivers, give it to the second man through. That is DeJuan Moody, stood up at the line, broke a couple of tackles, and then driven back at about the 49-yard line. Moody had a big sophomore year last year, rushing for over 18 touchdowns.
Yeah, there. And he showed some hard running there. But the defense came up, and he still got 3 yards out of that. He was hit early.
2nd and 7 from the 46-yard line. 8:42 to play in this opening quarter. Liberty with a 7-0 lead and the football.
I see Liberty got Xavier McDougal on offense, too, at receiver. And I tell you.
That's a big target.
That's a big target there over there.
Split 2 receivers to the right side, wing to the left side. Lawrence Watson goes under center with the single back. They'll pitch it to the deep back. That's Moody trying to turn the corner across the 50. He'll dive down to the 49-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 for the Leopards.
Yeah, he's getting some good blocking from that offensive line. They're opening up the holes and giving them enough to get some running room. So they're doing an excellent job on that offensive line.
Third down, long 2 for the Leopards. A lot of experience on this offense for Liberty. Tyson Lawrence Watson is a senior, both tailbacks or juniors. Lawrence Watson under center, single receivers to each side. Again, they give the ball to DeJuan Moody. Moody has the first down and more, all the way down to the 41-yard line. He needed a long 2, and he got that and a whole lot more to move the chains.
Yes, sir. That was just all him, too. Leg drive and just determination to get the yardage, and he was able to definitely run up in there and run tough.
Moody, 5'11", 175 pounds, and a junior. Just a hair under 1,400 yards last year and those 18 touchdowns as a sophomore. Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. They will go trips to the right side, single receiver left. Lawrence Watson going to work out of the pistol now. He will give the ball on the handoff to Tutwiler that time, and DeJuan Tutwiler able to get down to about the 35-yard line. That is about a 7-yard gain on first down.
It seemed like it's been a Tutwiler on their team for years, because they have had a few.
Dion Tutwiler, 5'10", 210 pounds. So here comes DeJuan Moody coming in from the far sidelines. Good crowd here this afternoon. This is the one of 6 games kicking off high school football here in the Valley this weekend. Trips right, single receiver left side, and now we've got some confusion. And it looks like Liberty and Coach Perlogo needs a timeout. 6:03 to play in the opening quarter. Liberty 7, Campbell 0 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Leopards forced to use a timeout. That's their first. They've got a pair left. Campbell with all 3 on the board. And thankfully the sun has gone behind the clouds, at least for a little while, here in this opening half of action.
Yeah, that's a blinding sun right there, Mark.
Liberty on that far sidelines. Of course, we know Coach Perlogo from his time at Warren John F. Kennedy, now taking over this Liberty program. Think about the coaches that Liberty has right now. They've got Coach Perlogo at football, Coach Arnold for basketball.
Yeah.
They got some guys with some good reputations that have done a lot of winning over the years.
Yeah, something they're used to, so they're going to bring that tradition, and they want to their program.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 4 from the Campbell 35-yard line on this, the first offensive possession of the evening for the Leopards. So we've seen both Moody and Tutwiler in the backfield. Going to put 2 receivers to the right. Going to put a wing to the right. A receiver in the slot to the left comes in motion. That's Moody, who gets it on the sweep with blockers out in front across the 30, 25, 20, 15, and out of bounds with a Liberty first down, and the Leopard coaching staff finding ways to get the football in the hands of DeJuan Moody.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, they say he stepped out at 18, but regardless, the blocking was tremendous. As you've seen how they just set up that wall after he came in motion. And, I mean, it was just right down the side. All he had to do was just follow it. And he had a nice pickup there.
And Tutwiler leading the way with that nice block. Going to put Moody as a receiver out to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Tutwiler the tailback. Moody comes in motion. Going to give it to again, sweeping the opposite way inside the 15, 10, 5-yard line. They'll say he went out of bounds at the 6-yard line. That's the same play to the other side of the field, Dave.
Absolutely. Same play, just went the opposite way. And that's a, sometimes you don't see coaches do that much. But that is a great strategy. You go one way, and then you take them the opposite way. Now you done loosen them up. And I wouldn't be surprised to come with something delay or something right up the middle coming up now.
First and 10, first and goal from the 6-yard line for the Leopards. 5:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Liberty 5-6 last year, losing in the opening round of the playoffs. Made the offseason coaching change, bringing in Coach Perlogo in his first season. Single receiver to the right, 2 to the left side. And we've got a whistle and our first penalty of the night.
And you see what they were doing there, a little delay and start to go, well, they clap. Liberty is clapping, so what they got? Oh, boy.
And they got that on the Campbell defense, so this will set up first and goal with the ball at the 3-yard line.
And I just see Liberty, there's no need to put the ball in the air. The line has been doing an excellent job. So, you almost chalk it up that they're definitely going to run the football.
First and goal from the 3-yard line. 5:48 to play in this opening quarter of the 2025 season. Tyson Lawrence Watson, the tailback. Moody's the deep back in the eye. He'll get the handoff, running right down the middle and into the end zone. That is a running touchdown for DeJuan Moody from 3 yards out with 5:44 to play here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, easy there, right up the middle, right behind his blocking that offensive line. Even though the linebacker did penetrate quickly, but he ran right past the runner. So he was able to get into the end zone on that play.
Liberty, 7 plays, 57 yards, capped off on that 3-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Moody. High snap, they pull the ball down, loose on the turf, and the Leopards will fall on it. So the extra point is no good, and Liberty has taken an early 13-0 lead here in the opening quarter. And it is early, but Campbell needs to respond and at least try and get that offense moving a little.
Right, they have to. And then you can see the crispness of when you watch both offenses, and you see Liberty come out, they're crisp out of the huddle. They like you said, you could tell that they've been together, know how to run that offense. Where you see is not that same assurance on the other side just yet. And it's something that they got to grow. And it's going to take time, but they got to grow and they got to stay confident.
So Liberty has scored on defense. They've scored on offense and now take a 13-0 lead. We mentioned it a little earlier if you weren't with us, a doubleheader coming up tomorrow on the iMedia One Network in Cumulus, Youngstown. 6:35 on AM 600 WRQX and Western Reserve Radio. Jim Craven, Bob Gessler, Poland, and Salem. Did a lot of games early in my career from Riley Stadium. That is a fun place to work, and they put a lot of time and money into improving that field. It's even better now.
Yeah, that's something that what they have done over the years.
And of course, 640 will join you right here on Sports Radio 1240, Western Reserve Radio 2 for Canton McKinley and Warren Harding. Garcia with his foot into this one, a low knuckling kick that is bobbled, picked up at the 26, all the way out across the 30, 32, and down to the 34-yard line. Second and third effort for extra yardage for the Red Devils. That is number 4 getting off the pile with that return for Campbell. That is Dino Brown on that return for the Red Devils.
Yeah. That's a guy that's running with some kind of determination right there.
So first and 10 from the 34-yard line on the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. So here comes Nash Thomas and the Red Devils. Going to bring everyone inside tight now. Couple extra tight ends and a wing to the right side. They'll run it on first down. Stutter step in the hole. Nice gain across the 40. down to the 41-yard line before being pushed back.
Run up the middle by number 5,
And that is a new ball carrier in there for Campbell. That's Jeffrey Driscoll Jr., the freshman on the carry.
Yes. And, yeah, I'm sure his uncle is in the stands. Me and him coached together at Valley. Ed Driscoll, I'm sure he's here. See his nephew running that football.
Nice gain of 7 yards on first down for the freshman. He's going to remain in the backfield here on 2nd down and 3. Going to get the handoff again. This time he has stood up right at the line of scrimmage before being pushed back. Going to say no gain on that play. Bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Red Devils.
3rd down.
Both teams doing a fair amount of substituting here early on in week 1. And that's just to kind of get everyone a little taste early because we know weather's not a factor tonight.
No, not at all. This is ideal conditions to be able to play in.
So here comes Nash Thomas with the play in from the far sidelines. As they come to the line of scrimmage. They're going to run it on 3rd down and 3. They're going to run it again with Driscoll, and he has the first down to the 45-yard line. Needed 3, got about 3.5.
Boy, I tell you, that's a tough freshman there. And I know Ed told me a lot about how he was. He said, how he did in junior high. And telling him, hey, this is going to be a different type thing when you play in this. But he is showing determination when he runs the football.
6 games in the Valley tonight. We go to the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Niles jumps on Howland early. They take an 8-0 lead over the Howland Tigers. So Campbell comes out, receivers right and left, eye into the backfield. Pitch it to the deep man. Cuts back to the 45, and then DeAndre Brown spun out of bounds. After a short gain, give him maybe 1. It's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they didn't have too much of a chance on that play. The speed of the defense from the second level, they were over there so quickly to converge on that play.
2nd down and 9, 2:49 clock rolling here in the opening quarter. Liberty with a 13-0 lead over the Campbell Red Devils. Red Devils on the move, 2nd down and 9 from their 46-yard line. Thomas going to pitch it to Brown deep into the backfield. This time Brown is going to be swallowed up back inside the 45, closer to the 44-yard line. He's going to lose about 3, and it sets up a 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, they're going to have to put something together in which they can, if it's a screen or, I don't know about it right now, that working, but they got to do something because I'm watching the second level with the linebackers, I said, with the speed that they have, but they're actually coming before the snap of the ball. They're coming because they just anticipate run, and they don't fear Campbell at all putting the ball up in the air.
2 receivers to each side of the formation, single back in the backfield with Nash Thomas, the quarterback. Thomas, 3-step drop, pressured in the backfield, slips, and he'll go down at the 34-yard line. Tried to cut and just went down to the turf. And it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and a 22 for the Red Devils.
Yes, that's the thing. You don't want to get in the 3rd and long, and that's why you got to open up maybe with a little bit of screens and different things that you can do because they're just teeing off.
So 3rd down and long, and we see Pano Kolakadis going to check in, bring in an extra receiver.
I'm going to say that again.
They will.
And
they also brought in, they got Dino Brown, number 4 in there, and now The Red Devils are going to need a timeout. We've got a minute to go in this quarter, Dave. We'll keep it right here.
Okay.
And it feels like as you said, the pressure from Liberty has really taken Campbell out of their rhythm.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, they showed a little success running the football there, but you just can't do just that because after a while, teams start to see that tendency, and they'll start to hit those gaps before you can even get a chance of opening anything. So you see that's happening with them. The pursuit is coming quick. You got to do something, either, like I said, a screen or something where you're bringing guys in motion and you go in the opposite way. You got to do something, throw all that pressure and make them think before they come in like that.
All season long, the scoreboard brought to you by Discount Power Sports, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit them at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. They've come to the end of the first. Bo Ryan Stadium, Eastwood Mall Field. Niles leading Howland 8-0 and starting the season off with that backyard rivalry.
Yeah, already. Isn't that something?
So Red Devils the punt on 4th down and long. Snap and protection are good, but the ball off the side of the foot and caught by one of the receivers at the 39-yard line. And no flags on the play. He's coming up there to jump up and grab that football. That's Jamad Moore, number 5, who was able to time that ball very well to catch it at its peak.
Yeah. First down and 10. A little risky there, but he definitely went up and got it.
So 1st and 10 for the Leopards from Campbell's 39-yard line. 52 seconds to play in tonight's opening quarter.
Well, this is an important series for the Campbell Memorial Red Devils defense. They got to try to stop them. Here they.
Leopards coming to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go twins to each side of the formation. Put Tyson Lawrence Watson, the quarterback, all alone in the backfield with a wing to the right side. Takes the snap. Quarterback draw read well by the Red Devils defense. Ball came loose. And Liberty able to fall on it at the 36-yard line. See who came out of there. That's Tutwiler who came out of there with the football. Got a couple extra yards.
Yeah, sure did.
And it's 2nd down and 7. We're under 30 seconds to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, you noticed that it just seemed like Liberty is quicker to everything. Quick to the ball when it's loose on the ground. Right now, that's what we have going on there.
Liberty may just be content to run this first quarter clock out with just now 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing.
And that is what they will do as the Leopards are going to head to their sidelines. The Red Devils will come to the sidelines below us. We've completed one at John Knappich Field, Campbell Memorial Stadium. It is Liberty 13, Campbell 0 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We've completed one here from Campbell Memorial as the sun sets on the first Thursday night of high school football in the state of Ohio. After one, it is Liberty 13 and Campbell 0. I watched high school football nationally televised last week in Georgia. They had already got underway down south last week.
Man, I can just imagine the temperature.
They have a little, better end of the season weather than we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure do.
Second down and 7.
So the trip to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium begins this weekend as the state championships that first weekend in December at the Hall of Fame where Dave and I got to spend some time a few weeks ago. We'll get to that a little later on.
Yep.
2nd and 7 from the 36-yard line. Going to give the ball to Tutwiler, who hesitated in the backfield and was able to just hold on to the ball.
Yeah, sure. That's probably one of the better defensive plays by Campbell there, Mark.
No gain on that play. Brings up a 3rd down and 7. Leopards now left to right here in the second quarter. Been a beautiful Thursday night. Got a good crowd filing in down below us. As well across on the visiting side for the Leopards. Liberty taking a little bit of time in the huddle. Looking towards the sidelines. Both teams have a pair of timeouts remaining. Now Liberty will sprint to the line, put trips to the right, single receiver to the left. The tailback is DeJuan Moody. Actually, that's Moody there at the quarterback spot now, looking to run. Read well by the Red Devils and kept him contained for a short gain that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I won't be surprised they go for it. It's about 3 yards. They probably will go for it, but that was a little wrinkle there and put Moody back there at quarterback.
Aaron Barclay going to check in. He's one of the tight ends the Leopards are going to use this season. Moody coming in from the far sidelines. 4th and 3 from the 32-yard line. Twins to the right and twins to the left side. Quarterback all alone in the backfield. Calls for the football. That's Moody who takes the direct snap. Flag flies across the 30, 25 to the 20, 15 and down near the 10-yard line. 2 flags in the backfield. This is coming back, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. It was quick and right at the snap of the ball. And that's usually some type of movement on the offensive line.
Been a fairly penalty-free first quarter plus for week 1 for these two teams.
Oh, that's a big one here.
So that hold is going to wipe out that run by Moody.
And I mean, that you're talking about a big-time mistake because it was early in the run. He didn't even have the ball long, and that flag went flying.
Just going to bring up 4th down now, and Garcia will come on to punt the football away. And just what the Red Devils needed, a stop on defense.
Yes.
DeAndre Brown back deep to return Garcia's punt as he drifts back near his 15-yard line. And now we've got a Camel timeout.
Well, I'm going to stay quiet, Mark, because, that's something I don't like right there. Special teams is why that timeout was called, because people don't know who's out there on the special teams.
I mean,
that drives me, whoa.
The coach comes out in you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it comes out. I had something to do with special teams for a long time when I was coaching. You got to know what your assignment is.
So Coach Porch, we're going to use that second timeout for the Red Devils. He'll have 1 left with 10:48 to play here in this first half. And a chance for Campbell to get this stop and get their hands back on the football and maybe get a little momentum turning towards their side of the field.
Right, they sure did. They got to be sure on this punt. I was watching Liberty's punter, and he does an excellent job of getting the ball kind of high and just lofting. He doesn't hit it too hard, and he'll get it down there inside the 10. So they're going to have to be really ready for it. If they get one that's a low liner, hey, if I'm back there, I'm returning it because I'm going to get it and I'm going to get you out of that situation if I can. But you definitely got to be ready and have the guys ready and prepared. And when they came out, I seen him lining the punt returner lining up at the 22-yard line. That's only 20 yards away. I'm sure he can punt it further than that.
Forced to use that timeout. Try to get things reorganized on the special teams unit for the Red Devils.
Yep.
So off the timeout, we're going to have 4th down and 13 to go for the Leopards. And this also gave Coach Perlogo and their staff to maybe think about what they want to do here now.
Yeah, it could. Let's see what they have in store for what's coming out here. I do not see the punter.
No, they've got the offense now out there on the field with DeJuan Moody at the quarterback spot. So Campbell now forced to sprint their defense in and substitute.
And I don't even, I'm wondering because they were out there and ready. And I don't know if you get off the field.
Moody at the quarterback spot. Drops to throw.
Went too quick.
Now we've got whistles.
Yeah, Tutwiler took off before the snap of the ball. That's definitely the motion.
So that penalty coming up.
Too many men on the field on Campbell.
Oh, they're going to call that on Campbell for having 12 men on the field. And so 4th and 13 becomes 4th and 8 now.
Restrain me, Mark. Restrain me, please.
So now we will see what Liberty elects to do. They were going for it on 4th and 13, so they're keeping the offense out there.
Yeah, absolutely now. This is doable from 8 yards away. I mean, you have a timeout. You did, and then the thing about it, you got to watch what they're doing. If they come out with the offense, you got to be ready.
Looks like Tyson Lawrence Watson, the quarterback, is now back out there on the field. Liberty going to go trips right, twins to the short side to the left. Lawrence Watson, the quarterback, sends Moody in motion, reverses it back to Tutwiler. 20 and inside the 20, still on his feet inside the 15 and down near the 13-yard line. That is Dion Tutwiler on the double reverse for a big gain.
Beautiful play, I'm telling you, perfection. And boy, if I'm on the other sideline, I am going nuts. My defensive end clamped down, and you don't do that. You have to contain. If you get outside and contain that, I don't care if he gets past you. If you contain, you turn him back inside. And he just had an opening there to go. And I tell you, man, that hurts there.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Lawrence Watson under center, gives the ball to Moody, running to the short side, and he got stood up on a nice hit at about the 11-yard line.
Moody runs left side, take it down.
Give him a gain of 2.
Number 5,
it's 2nd down and 8 from the 12.
2nd down, 18 for the Leopards.
Under 10 minutes to play in tonight's opening quarter. Sun starting to set behind the clouds. They're calling for lows in the 40s next week.
Oh, don't talk about it.
I'll take that. Receiver in motion. That's Prince Lard, the freshman. Going to give it on the handoff. Read well by the Leopards, but Red Devils, but didn't wrap up. And Moody bounced to the outside and ran it into the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown run for DeJuan Moody.
You talking about a play that was read perfectly by the 2 defenders, but one thing you can't do, you can't come in and try to tackle high and grab. He ran right through that.
6 plays, 39 yards, taking just over 2 minutes, capped off by Moody's 2nd rushing touchdown of this first quarter.
Yeah, you got Moody coming there, and you read it like that. You got to run straight through him.
Garcia on for the extra point. Leopards running a player onto the field late. for some protection on the left. Snap and hold are good. Garcia's extra point is up, and it is good. So with 9:20 to play here in the first half, it is now Liberty 20 and the Campbell Memorial Red Devils 0. We're back after this quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Memorial 0, Liberty 20.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, Dave, we saw glimpses from that Red Devil defense on that last series, just unable to wrap up and make that tackle when Moody got free, and with his speed to the edge, it was over.
It was over with you, right? And that's why you have to wrap up. You can't come in there and grab, because it was great how they read it. It was there immediately, but you grabbing a guy there that's running as hard as he is, and he ran through those two defenders and right on into the end zone.
I mentioned Moody, 18 rushing touchdowns last season. He's got a pair on the board here in this first quarter. And we've kind of seen Campbell trying to find their identity offensively of how they want to approach this first game.
Yeah, they sure are. And I think they do have to be a running football team, but you got to get more of a mixture in there just to keep the defense honest. And they haven't really diversified that just as of yet. And like you said, there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be growing pains. First-time head coach. Not that he can't, to put any detriment on him doing his job. It's just this tough situation, and he's got to get his players to buy into everything he wants done.
So Garcia set to kick. Back deep is DeAndre Brown, number 1 for the Red Devils. Garcia's kick high and fielded by an up man across the 20 to the 25. Bangs in with his own man across the 30. Still pushing the pile across the 32 and all the way out to the 33-yard line.
Number 5, Driscoll.
And once again, that's Jeffrey Driscoll Jr., the freshman, making his presence known.
Yeah, he's a strong kid there. He runs with no fear and a lot of power. And that's why when you said ninth grader, and then I heard the name, I just didn't know what his number was coming into this season. And, man, tough kid.
So the Red Devils trailing by 20, take over 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line, going right to left here in quarter number 2. Going to put trips to the short side to the right, single receiver. Outside the hash marks to the left side. Overlooking the defense, takes the snap, drops to throw. Rolling to the outside, gonna throw on the run, and that pass is gonna be intercepted by the Leopards at the 30. Brought back across the 35-40, and the ball then came loose on the turf at the 42-yard line. But Liberty able to maintain possession, and that is our first turnover of the evening. Second turnover.
And I was trying to see who that was at quarterback then, because that was not Nash Thomas at quarterback.
That looked like, was it Kazir Whitfield, number 2?
It could have been. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we definitely had a different quarterback in there. And I know he's thinking, let me get it out there, but you had double coverage. There was nobody really open there. He would have been better off suited just to run the football. Once he got out of the pocket there, he had some room to run. But it's all going to be a learning curve for this team. It definitely is.
8:58 to play in the first half. Liberty off the interception has the football back at their own 42-yard line. Lawrence Watson under center. Tutwiler is the tailback. 2 receivers to the right side, wing to the left. Got to give the ball to Tutwiler, cutting back across the 45 and down at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up a couple of yards, give him 3. It's 2nd down and 7 from the 45.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, the sun is setting, and
Yes,
it feels like the temperature is also dropping.
Yeah, it dropped quickly, and I put on little long sleeves. I said, I'm going to put these on. It just might drop. It definitely dropped quickly when that sun went down. But it feels perfect for me now.
2nd and 7 from the 45-yard line. Leopards go with an eye in the backfield with Lawrence Watson under center. 2 receivers to the right on 2nd down and 7. Going to give it to Tutwiler, trying to bounce to the outside. Good pursuit by the Liberty defense, but Tutwiler broke a couple of tackles and spun all the way across the 40-yard line. And he's going to be down to about the 37-yard line.
Yep.
First down and 10 for the Leopards.
It's an impressive 1-2 punch in the backfield for the Leopards.
Yeah, they're just getting on the perimeter with no problem. And as long as that's like that, it's going to be a long, long night if they can't stop them from getting on the perimeter.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. 7:45 to play here in the first half. Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. Lawrence Watson under center. 2 receivers to the right, eye into the backfield. Give it to the second man through. That's DeJuan Moody. And Moody's across the 30. And he'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Give him a gain of 9. It's 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, they're really going after this defensive line and trying to wear them completely out. And this 1-2 punch of Tutwiler and Moody is unbelievable as they're running the football. I mean, just doing what they want right now. That offensive line, as I said earlier, has been doing a great job. And, I mean, they haven't even put the ball up.
2 receivers go to the right side. Lawrence Watson under center, eye into the backfield. 2nd down and 1. They give the ball to Moody. And Moody's going to have the first down and more as he's down to about the 22-yard line. He'll pick up 6, and it's 1st and 10 for the Leopards.
Right. You see, he still never hit the ground. There's the blowing of the whistle. But see, that's the thing you don't want. That lets me know that you're just grabbing in there. When that runner is still going, you're grabbing in there. I'm telling you, you got to teach these kids. They got to run through them.
Now you're talking about 2 big backs for the Leopards. Yeah. Moody, 5'11", 175. Tutwiler, 5'10", 210. They both run hard.
Yeah, it is. And they keeping those guys fresh because they bringing one in back and forth.
2 receivers to the right, wing to the right side. Lawrence Watson under center. Turn, pitches it to the deep man. That's Tutwiler. Couple of flags on the plays. He cuts back to the outside to the 10, and he'll be thrown out of bounds near the 6-yard line, but this is probably coming back.
Yep.
This flag all the way back at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, they got to break with that.
10-yard penalty.
So this holding penalty will wipe off the run by Tutwiler.
Yeah, great cutback to get outside there and was on his way.
That'll be first down
and that's their second holding call in a big situation and in almost near the same part of the field now. Yeah, because that's like a 20 yards now, right?
1st and 20 from the 32-yard line.
Well, that doesn't discourage them at all. They're still running.
Clock running at 5:45 to play here in the first half. Red Devils substituting in their secondary as they will bring in number 7, Demetrius Lambert Jr.
And let's see if they're going to try to catch them off guard with their first pass today.
McDonald now outside of the hash marks to the right side. Single receivers each side. Back to throw. Time. looking downfield, firing downfield, jump ball, caught for a Liberty touchdown. DeJuan Moody just took that football away for a 32-yard touchdown pass, but there is a flag back
flag
at the 27-yard line.
Let's see, do we got another holding? He's picking it up. Let's see what's happening there.
So that's a penalty on Campbell. They will decline.
Yeah, look, unsportsmanlike.
That's what it looked like. So now Garcia on to attempt the extra point. Of course, kicks all season long right here on the Patricians Game of the Week, brought to you by our friends at the Village Tavern in Hubbard. So it'll be Lawrence Watson to hold for Garcia. Snap down, extra point on the way, has plenty of leg and is good. 5:13 to play here in the first half. It is Liberty 27 and Campbell 0 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power. And we do apologize for that technical difficulty that we had back at the studio. We'll bring it right back here to Nappick Field in Campbell, home of the Red Devils. It's a 27-point lead for the Liberty Leopards, who's been able to take advantage of a couple of short fields and turn them into touchdowns.
Yeah, sure have. And every little advantage they've had, they definitely took advantage of it and doing an excellent job. Like I said, that offensive line has just been great. And here they throw a pass, and it was a pass that should have been intercepted for sure, because it was on the line, it was right there. Just this poor reaction to get there. And Moody was just overpowered him.
It almost felt like basketball. He just kind of fought through it and was able to box the guy out and grab the touchdown.
Yeah.
So that 32-yard touchdown pass from Watson to Moody makes it 27-0 in favor of the Leopards.
Let's see if we get a little pooch kick here, because they're all the way in their territory. They can really pin the Red Devils up with one of those.
So Garcia approaches the ball at the 45-yard line. He's going to drive this one into the end zone. That'll be the automatic touchback once it breaks the plane in high school football.
Ball start. Got to do it again.
Oh, so after I mentioned it, now the penalties seem to be starting to mount up a little bit.
Yeah, we wasn't seeing them.
5 yards back. Liberty will now be at the 50-yard line.
So this is the first of 6 games being played here in the Valley today. A full schedule tomorrow, and I believe 1 game on a Saturday. Next week, on Friday, 2 of these teams playing right now and winning, Liberty and Niles, will face each other next week.
Wow.
So Garcia ready to kick the football away after the penalty. This time it's the low line drive kick that is going to roll into the end zone for the touchback. And with 5:13 to play here in the first half, Red Devils will get their hands on the football, trying to get a little momentum for themselves offensively. And that kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Find them at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard or online at villagetavern3.com.
Yeah, they didn't move Lambert back at quarterback. That's who I think was in on that play, and he threw that ball there. I'm trying to see the number. Can't really see it for sure if that's him. No?
That looks like 2. That pass is going to be completed to the outside. Let's see.
Kaiser Whitfield.
So he is now in there at the quarterback spot, the junior. And we do apologize for that. We seem to have lost our connection here from the stadium. And on a first down, that is a run right up the middle by DeAndre Brown. And a little momentum now for this Camel offense.
Yeah, and he's a little guy there, but he got a lot of little movements in there. Not scared to run up inside.
So that sets up a